Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi. My name is Miracle Population Me. If you're returning, hi. This is our monthly check-in where I do literally my hair and I tell you guys everything I've been going on in the professional world of my life, because that is what we're doing here and that is how we stay on top of the goals that I made weeks ago. And this is a check-in for everything. But first, we gotta wash my hair. It's been a month, but I'm not gonna clarify it. I clarified like 2 weeks ago. So we're just gonna wash it and you're just gonna watch me not do a tutorial at all. But I do have styles that I wanna do. So this is how my hair is right now. Literally just in 2 buns because I went out yesterday. It was really hot yesterday. Had to put it up, put it away, do all that. It is a little dirty. You can't really tell, nor am I gonna go too close to the camera. But it needs to be washed. Okay, so these are the products I'm gonna use, and no, not a tutorial, not a wash routine. This is what I use, okay? And I think it's still the same from like a month ago. I may have changed a few things. I will say that. I definitely am changing a few things because they finished. So this is the shampoo I use. I think this might be different. This might be the same. I do not remember. But this is what I got. This is the, you can read it, right? The moisturizing shampoo, essential oil infused. I do like this. I used it for like the last month. I think it was in my last video. I like it. And it's like, I wouldn't detangle your hair with it, but I do like it. I'm still using the same conditioner. I love this. This was a gift to me, but I love this. The Rose Hip conditioner. It smells amazing. I know it's herbal. I know it's like bionical, whatever, but it smells amazing and I love it. This has pretty good slip. And I know this would cost like $15 at a normal store, but I love it. Okay, so then I'm gonna use my hair mask. I showed this before. It's a little cold because I put it in my fridge because I like it cold in my hair. And it's just a bond treatment mask. I do it bi-weekly, so this is the time I will use this. And then once I'm done with all of that, I still have my Suave leave-in conditioner. I love this. It definitely gives me moisturizes. It definitely moisturizes my hair, and it has like a good scent that doesn't stay on my hair. And this is how much I have left. So it has a lot in here, and I've been using it weekly. Like every week I use it because this is her. She is her. Okay, so then I'm pretty sure I will show you this again anyway. But once I'm done washing my hair, I'm gonna go in with a new product. New to you guys, I've used this product before, but I'm no longer using Cantu because I finished it and I didn't want to buy it again. But overall, I did like Cantu. The feel of it was very different. It felt like slime and it felt moisturizing. I will say it had 0 hold, so I wouldn't use it if you needed to like be a wash and go because it won't last more than like 2 days. I'm using now Eco Styler, and as you can tell from the container, I've been using it for a hot minute. This is the Black Castor and Flexi oil with max hold. I don't think it has max hold in my personal opinion because I have like, obviously 4C hair and it's on low porosity side. So it's supposed to stay, but I think it doesn't really stay in my hair after a week. But I use it to do the braids or the twists or whatever hairstyle you always see me do. And then once I take it down, I'm usually like out and about in that hair for like 2 days. And then this is the result from yesterday, which is why I put it up because there is no curls anywhere. And I used this product last week. This is how much I've used already. I'm not really that heavy-handed. I just tend to do smaller parts. So I tend to use a little bit more product overall. But it doesn't really flake as much, which is really nice because I use a little more product overall. So I like this product and I'm hoping this product works well because I am doing a new style today. It's no longer the normal braids and twist hairstyle. It's a little different. It's my first time doing it too, but let me finish showing you guys this product and then we get into that because this is the natural hair portion of this video because that's how this monthly check-in works. We do natural hair and then we talk about what I've been doing and then we talk about what I'm gonna do next because that is how that works. Okay, got you. Okay, next product. Obviously, once you use gel or some type of moisturizer, you gotta seal it with an oil. And I'm using new oil this time. I think last month I showed you the Jojoba oil that I use with rosemary and mint. I didn't like it very much. I'm not gonna lie. I think when I looked at the ingredients, the first thing it had was mineral oil. did not know that, but everything after that was like the other ingredients you would see in a good oil mix. It was just the first one. It was like, why did you have mineral oil? Because it felt really heavy on my scalp. And I did use it on my scalp like every single week. And it just felt really heavy and it's hot outside. So I was just like, let me finish this and never buy it again. So I bought this better version of it. It is a growth oil from Softy, and it has thickening formula. And just to name like the top 5 ingredients of this oil, because it is amazing and lightweight and probably watery in some ways. But let me say, it literally has soybean oil, olive oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, meadow foam oil. But it's amazing. I love it. And it smells like fruit in a way, like the artificial fruit, but it smells so good. The only thing I don't like about this product is that this isn't like a stopper per se. Like you have to turn it, and it has like a thing inside of it that prevents too much from coming out, which seems fine, but you have to keep tapping it out of the bottle every 2 seconds just to get more product, which I guess limits how much I use. I don't overuse it, but I love it. And I'm glad I bought it, and I will be buying more, preferably before it runs out in my store. And then last but not least, I use it on my hair and my scalp, but then to seal the ends, I use additional products, which you have seen before. And I'm going to use this. I've tried this before. This is castor oil, also by Softy. First ingredient is petroleum, which I don't mind if it's petroleum because I don't use a lot of this. I use very, very little on the ends just to seal everything in, because I'm gonna go out today, so my hair needs to I'm already my skin's a little sheen right now. I'm sweating. It's a little warm in here, but it needs to survive the humidity and the heat of Chicago. So obviously I can't go out with just a lightweight oil and call it a day. I need to go somewhere a little bit heavy, at least for my ends, just the ends, right? But yeah, these are all the products I'm gonna use. In total, it's 2, 4, 6, 7 products, but realistically, I would use 5. But the pay, how much it costs, half of these are from Dollar Tree. So the other half are from a gift, or I bought it from a different store for $5. So pretty inexpensive hair routine. And this is all of my products. I don't have spares. I do have a clarifying shampoo, but other than that, I don't have extra of anything. So overall, none of this is gonna change until I finish it, which is good for me, because I love that. I don't like having too many products because they do expire, and I don't have a cool place to put them. So having them here in the small way, 1, makes me know oh, I know what I need to replace overall, and 2, I'm not just buying products because I see it online. I'm not a very big buy product and try it out guru, because if I was, I would probably waste a lot more money in my budget videos, and you would think you're crazy, you don't even use them, and you're not even showing them off to the camera. You're right. If you're gonna do something crazy, at least show it off to the camera, and at least try to go famous. I don't know. But right now, we're gonna wash our hair the normal way, and then I'll come back and I'll talk to you guys about the hairstyle and then go into career. This now we gotta wash my hair. So taking out these bands, and I'm going to go give this hair some TLC because it definitely needs it, and it's way too warm out here to just let it be out. But yeah, I will talk to you guys later when I am completely done washing my hair. See you then. And we're back. Hi, I literally just finished washing my hair 10 minutes ago, but I had to change my whole location because it was way too hot where I was. And I'm in my bedroom now, and we're gonna do my hair, right? So I just freshly washed this hair, and I had it in parts, but then I took it down because the parts have to look very different. So I'm trying to do, if you haven't seen these styles, one of these styles, but I don't wanna I'm going to split my hair into 3 sections while I just try to do this for the first time in my entire life. So hopefully it doesn't go over too badly. But the reason why I'm splitting into 3 parts is only because I want to do the front. And the front is going to be kind of a makeshift of me braiding it, but then instead of rubber banding it like some people do to make a little ponytail in the front, I'm gonna braid it instead, and then just pull it back and then braid it and then pull it back and whatever. You'll kind of see more of what I'm talking about if I do execute this correctly. I am splitting my hair down the middle, or in 3 parts so that I can like do the style a little nicer. But I might just do it in 2 parts because I feel like I'm not gonna go all the way down my hair. I'm literally just gonna pull all this hair into one. I'm gonna do 2 parts. I actually changed my mind. I'm gonna do 2 parts. It's gonna be my first time doing this style, so we're gonna see together if it works. And then this is one style, or one style. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Okay. So all I did was put leave-in in my hair as a styler or as moisturizer because I don't want to add too many products before I put gel, because the gel is not a moisturizer, it just seals it in. So I have my Eco Styler right next to me, and I'm just gonna really quickly just like split my hair fully in the front. So my idea is to literally split down the middle like so. Might not be the perfect middle, but it's the middle I'm going for, so I don't really care about perfection here. And that will do, because I guess it fits the pre-made middle of my hair. And I'm just going to tie this part of my hair back like this, and then mess with it later, like so. But my hair is washed, it is damp, so I don't have to worry so much about it being totally damp or totally like sopping wet. But I'm gonna get my water real quick. It's literally just water and soap in this really old Mielle bottle. I don't wanna buy a spray bottle, so I just use a pre-existing product I used to have, or I used to use. So I'm just gonna spray this in my hair, just a little bit, just to make it feel like I have water. I don't know how it dried so quickly when I just finished, but I just need a little bit of water. And there's that. And since it's pretty small, I think I'm just gonna put gel in this entire section and then call it a day for this part. So it's not like, it looks like a lot, but it's like pretty small and pretty thin. So I'm using my gel. I already showed you guys this, but this is how much I've already used of it. I'm not really that heavy handed either. I just use like this much. I don't think you can see it. Does that look better? Anyway, I'm gonna use this much, and I just like kind of spread it on my fingers. And then I just take it, I just like put it down the middle of the strand, and I just like slap it on, like so. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't think this gel really works that well in terms of like what it's supposed to do, which is, you know, curl up my curls, I think. Maybe because I'm using the wrong type of gel, I don't know. But I feel like it's either too watery for me or something, because I put it in my hair that it's just damp, it's not even sopping wet, and I feel like it doesn't really do anything for me. Like, even now, it's like gone. You can't even tell I put gel in it. And I put a good chunk. Let me put more water, because everyone says put more water. So I put more water, it's like soap. And then I just like swap it on, and literally I don't feel anything in my hair. So what am I gonna do? Put more gel. As I said before, this is literally not a tutorial. I could not tell you guys how to do hair. I am still learning myself, but I'm not too bad at it, so I do like that. But yeah, okay, now you're seeing a little bit of curls. Now you're seeing a little bit. But yeah, this is literally how I do my braids before I braid them. I just like act like I have wavy hair and then try to force the curls out, like so. So now you can kind of see it. I'm not sure if you can, but I would never do a wash and go in this type of way, just because I feel like it wouldn't last very long. Like I said before, it doesn't last very long in a braid out, and I use a good enough gel, but I don't know. I am gonna kind of do a wash and go today, so I guess we're gonna test that theory, but I'm not gonna do like, this would be like the praying hand method, just in the loose ponytail, like so. Then move that out the way. So now I'm gonna take this section. You guys are my mirror, so if I look up at you, creepy, that is why. But I am going to make it into 3 parts. This will be better if I cornrow, but I don't know how to do that, so I'm gonna do my strengths, and I'm just gonna braid it and then braid it up. So take this. Okay. So now I did that. I literally just braided it up, just like so. And that's all I'm gonna do. And then it's braided back now. So that's what I wanted. And it's braided tightly as well. So it won't just like come apart or anything. So now I'm just gonna pull on it just a little bit as if I have a rubber band on it, just so that it stays on there a lot more tightly. And then I'm gonna let it fall back. Okay, so then I take this part on the side and I just take this part and I just pull it over to this part so that it doesn't get into the other hair, like so. And I'm gonna take this another small section so that this could be like 3 right here. And then take this, make it more equal. There we go, a little zigzag, that's fine. Pull this to the back of my ear, and then take this part and then do the exact same thing. And then this, split it into 3, and then get a good grip on it. Let's see. And then that is how I want to go. Just a little bit. Actually, yeah, I think that's fine. Just make it braid it more. Okay, so that's good. That's all I'm gonna do. Just a little bit of a braid, just a little bit. It's supposed to mimic rubber bands. I don't want it to actually be braided all the way down. Otherwise, I'd rather just figure out how to do cornrows. And then I'm taking this last part right here. Now this part is it feels a little dry and it doesn't look like I put anything in it. Just put water all in my ear. Now I'm gonna get a little bit of water and just a smudge of gel and just like smudge more of gel. I don't know what happened with that tiny smudge. That did not work. And I'm just gonna put it all in my hair. Like so. Yeah, like so. Literally like this. And then I'm gonna do the exact same thing on this side. And I'm just gonna braid it going backwards. That's why I'm tilting my head, because I'm trying to like forcibly not do it forward like I would if I wanted to not have achy hands. But this is how I'm gonna do it. So it looks weird on camera. Okay, great. So then there's that. So now I have all 3 of them on this side completely finished. Okay, great. Oh, shit. Perfect. Now I have 3. 1, 2, 3, all on this side. Now I'm just going to lightly rubber band them. I think they try to catch in my hair. And I'm gonna take this side and do the exact same thing. And while I do it, I'm just gonna talk to you because this is kind of the end of the front part. And I'm just gonna do the side and then talk about what I've been doing so far in my month of goals or whatever. So if you've been catching up to my videos, I probably should have made it a playlist, but it's whatever. I've been doing like 5 goals in the entirety of July and half of August, because it is now, I want to say today is the 16th. Oh my god, it's hair in my mouth. It's the 16th that I've been doing goals since like, I want to say the 12th of July, I think, right? And I had five goals. It was to budget, not to budget. That's a lie. I have not been budgeting, so I know that's a lie. It's been to check on how much I've been spending. I think originally it was a budget plan, but I kind of just said, I'm just gonna look into how much I spend. So it's been looking at my budget or how much I spend, applying for jobs, applying for part-times or side hustles, looking for certifications, And then something number 5. I honestly forgot what number 5 is, but I've done all 5. I honestly forgot what number 5 is. I don't even think I remember. But I'm just gonna talk about it, and then I'll put at the bottom what it is, and then I'll probably like remember it or whatever. But essentially how they have been going, I also put screenshots on the bottom as well so that you guys can see the progress. For the fastest one, the easiest one to talk about is the job. I've been applying to jobs since July. I've shown you like one video in totality about how that's been going. And the job application process is like the easiest part, I think. I think most people will say that. The hardest part is the waiting, because you are just waiting for that new opportunity to come up. And I only had, since July 12th, like 2 interviews, and they both came back and said no to me, but for different reasons. One person said no because they literally just went with someone else. Like I wasn't the right fit. And then another person for a different company said no because they already got someone in the final round to like, I guess, agree to their offer, which it was kind of crazy because I was like, okay, but like I'm in the first round and you just had someone in the last round and you're still interviewing, which I was like, okay, that's a little weird. Just a little weird, but I guess whatever, right? It is what it is. But I mean, I kept pushing, right? Obviously, I'm lucky to hear back at this point in time. Real quick, just trying to make this actually gel up and not just put more gel. Yeah. Anyway, you can see why I don't do washing those. But essentially, I've been applying to like over 100 jobs at this point. I think I have like 130, 140 jobs I've applied to in just a month. Like in just a literal month, I applied to like around 140. And while it sounds like a lot, I have not gotten anything back since then. Obviously rejections, but it wasn't like rejections of like, oh, you know, like rejections of ghosting. It was like they actually came back to me and just said nope. Now I think I only heard back from like 30 of them so far in a month that said they couldn't move me forward. So I'm still waiting to hear back from like at least 90 of them. Whether or not they come back to me is anyone's business. It's been a month for a lot of them, so I am still waiting. But I would say I have been still using the thing that I don't know what I said in my video about the AI and stuff. I'm still using ChatGPT. I'm still fixing up my resume. I actually fixed up my original resume just like last week or so because I realized like it could be more refined to go for a specific role. And I did change it so that it would be like, okay, all the experience I have should represent the role I really want to get, at least with this resume. So I used ChatGPT and then I read it and I was like, okay, this looks good. And then I added more if it needed it, and I put more numbers and values and percentages so that it looks like I actually did stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. So then I was more excited to apply to jobs after that. So I think I applied to like 20 more jobs with the new resume. So I would say that really hasn't hurt me in the long run, as in there's nobody coming to me saying we still don't want you, but it's also like no one really coming forward and saying we want to do an interview. So it's still a work in progress, right? But I'm not just plugging in the same resume and then hoping for the best and just being surprised when no one replies back to me. I think I was doing that at one point. My towel keeps falling. I was doing that at one point, but then I realized I was being super duper lazy and I needed to like lock in. So I've been doing that. I would say, I don't think it really matters the way you apply to jobs overall. Obviously, if you want to apply to jobs and you do it like researching and you like do it by hand and you find out that you really do like a job and then you do all the shebang, you do the cover letter, that's great. And if it works for you, perfect. I just don't like doing cover letters for personal reasons. It just feels like a waste of time, especially if I could just go and reach out to the recruiter on LinkedIn, which I haven't done yet. But if this month ends and I still haven't heard anything back, I might actually do that for next month. But we will see, and I'll keep you posted. But I will say the job market, The job market itself, I can definitely see what people mean when they say it's bad, and I know it's bad. I have friends who are in a situation that's worse than mine of just like needing to get a job like badly before their own job becomes like kind of gone, you know? But at the same time, there are plenty of jobs in the market. It's just, I don't know what the heck they're waiting for and why they're not like hiring people. Because yeah, you will see someone say no to you and then their job application is still online. Like literally, I think I was applying to like this company and I got rejected for it like twice already because I applied to it like early July. And I had forgotten I applied to it, even though I have a Notion board, but I was just applying to jobs and just put it on Notion. Because after 100 jobs, you're not really control F-ing to make sure that all of them are there. And because of that, I didn't remember that I applied to this job company already, and they rejected me the first time, and then like a week or two later, they rejected me again. So I was just like, okay, you're not even accepting, like, you're not giving out offers clearly because you still have your application is still online and it's been a month, right? So they're either having a lot of interview rounds, or they're just like not getting the person they need, or they're just, I don't know, they're fake. I guess. But I will say the websites that I've used the most, and real quick, I am gonna take out my next section because I just did the front, right? Am I breaking my nail? Probably. Sorry, this is a cute style. If you didn't look too hard to see that it's just like wet hair in the back. But it's kind of cute if I like did something with it. Wait, that looks really nice. But I have an idea that I want to stick with it. So we're gonna make my next section. So now I'm just gonna take all this hair in the front and I'm going to rubber band it like so. I know I gelled it and it's like ruining the curls, but it doesn't matter because I'm literally just gonna like braid it back anyway to like a different piece of hair, so it doesn't matter. And part it down the middle like I did it with the first part of my hair, and then just like the first part, take this part right here and just take a rubber band and then take a rubber band and then just like do this. That way it can be apart. And now I'm going to take the front, take the rubber band off, right? Find where they connect. So this goes all the way to here. So then these right here, wait. Yeah, that works. So then these front pieces right here, take off the rubber band again, and then put these all together. This is a lot of manipulation, but if it looks cute, I would never touch my hair for the rest of the week. So then, yeah, this was a little too small. Okay, so already I didn't even part my hair correctly, but we can quickly fix that. But I don't have a third hairband, which is so funny. But I'm gonna take this one off actually, and then taking from this hair right here, I'm gonna go on the back of my hair. You can kind of see, and just take only what I need. So here and here, I think that's good enough. It looks a little big. It feels a little big, but it's fine. And then take the rest of my hair that I don't need right now, and then tie it with the rest of my hair, like so. So I'm gonna look like a clown for like 2 seconds. And then pull this away from my hair. Now that it's wet, I can take my gel, put it in my hand like so, and then just like spread it like so, and then just like force it to actually hit the entire strand. And then once I do this, I'm literally gonna take the front piece of my hair that's already been braided, and I'm gonna try and braid it to the end. I'm gonna take it and then put the entire thing so that it literally hits the next piece of hair. Okay, back to the jobs, right? I mainly applied on Hiring Cafe, built in Chicago, and I've got this website. I honestly forgot what website I used, but I'll put it on the screen. What websites I use. I didn't really use Indeed. I didn't really use LinkedIn, just because LinkedIn changed their UI of how to apply to jobs, and it looks ugly now, and it looks a little bit harder because they already like pre-reference you to what jobs you might like. And I'm just like, okay, well, that doesn't help me, because that means I can't even like click around. And I don't use LinkedIn like that because it's kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really care about what people post on there, nor do I care so much about like, you know, what people have to say on there either. And because of that, I just kind of like blacked out when people talk on that app, and that makes me not want to use it like at all. So that happened, and yeah, I don't really like the app like at all. I applied to multiple jobs and stuff, and for the most part, they were good. I liked the jobs they had. They definitely had plenty of like hybrid and remote jobs, which is what I was looking for. Just because my current job is remote, well, it was hybrid, but I choose to be remote, and they don't have any problems with that. And I'm lucky to have that. But I was like, let me see if that luck can try again, because there are plenty of jobs, at least in my industry, in my city, that will allow you to be remote and or hybrid if they really need me in the office. And I'm just testing my luck with that right now. And if it really comes down to that, like I've applied to every job in existence, which won't be possible. But if it comes down to it, then I will actually apply to other jobs that are like in person. But even some of the hybrid jobs are like in person. If we're thinking like fully on site, if you're thinking about it, right? Like some of them would literally say like hybrid, but then be like 4 days out the week. And then I'm just like, okay, well, you're not really hybrid. You just kind of like want to say you're hybrid so people can come in there, but like realistically you're not. And yeah, it's a little weird, I think. But anyway, that's how the job goal is going. Slow. Okay, slow. And right now I am like braiding this hair back. That's my ability. You know, I'm talking a little too much. I may have braided up too much of the hair, but it's fine. As you can see, I didn't braid all of it because this is way too much hair for that one row. So I'm just gonna put it back into this section, but a quick water break. And that feels so good. All right, and then get to this last part. But that's that one goal. We're still working on it. And then next is the part-time jobs / side hustle. I only started that like a week or two ago, and I'm not gonna lie, there's not that many of them because I want to do it with my current job, so I can't be in person obviously, because I won't like see myself doing it that often. And if I did it like, let's say on the weekend, I still won't have the time that it will take for me to actually do it, so I can't even do it for real. It's 8 hours, and then the week I'm not doing it. It's like, okay, well, I can't exactly be remote and then hybrid for part-time because there's just those don't exist, right? Hybrid part-time jobs are hard to come by. They're really hard to come by, and I can tell because not a lot of places actually post them. And the places that do post them, I already applied to them. I think I applied to a total of like definitely less than 10 just in a week because they're really hard to find. I'm not sure how people are finding them. I do make sure to filter when I do apply, and I do the whole shebang of fixing my resume, which isn't like the hard part. The hard part is just finding them. I mean, the hard part is also getting them to reply back to me, but like the hard part is just finding them. They're really hard to find. Like even the websites that I found for that one video, you should check it out. They were a struggle to find. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, where do people apply to like part-time jobs that are like remote / hybrid? Because realistically it should be remote. But that's what I did, and I got like one offer, but I'm pretty sure I was scammed, and like the kind of scam that you can like forget about, not the scam that you lose money in, because I legit was told I got an offer like 24 hours after I did it. And I did it like last week. Like last week I applied to this job, and then the morning of, I applied at like 12 a.m. at night because it was a weekend. And then like literally the next day I got like a call, and they're like, you got the offer. And I was like, oh wow, like that's crazy. But the job was not remote. It was actually like fully, okay, I was worried a little bit. It was actually fully like on site, right? And you had to like drive somewhere. And I don't have a car, so I wouldn't drive anyway. But it didn't say all this on the application, so I was a little like, interesting that they are telling me this, but the roles and responsibility were the same. So I was like, maybe I just didn't read something fully. I always just go straight to qualifications. But I got the offer, and I was like, okay, well, in my head I'm like saying like I'm not really going to do this job just because I can't. Like, it wants me to do 20 hours a week, and I have my actual job on top of that. And I'm just like, well, I'm not doing this. But I didn't tell them that. I just said, yeah, sure, send me the offer, whatever. In my head, I just wasn't going to sign it. So like 2 days go past, and within those 2 days, the person who called me, it was like a phone interview, he like was so desperate to get me to sign. And I was like, oh my gosh, like what is going on? Why is he so desperate to get me to sign? I just said yes like yesterday, or the day before, and they're already like so desperate. But it was so funny because he said the start date was in September, and I'm like, well, it's like early August, so it's like in a month. I don't have to like rush and all that stuff. But he was so desperate. He was calling me again. He texted me again because he had my number, and that's how he even told me I had like an interview. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like he really is so desperate. And I never contacted him because in my head I was not going to take the job. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to lie more and say, yeah, I'll do it today when I wasn't going to do it today. And so I literally just like ignored it. And then like that Wednesday, I got the offer on Monday. That Wednesday, I got an email from the job saying that they're not looking at my application anymore. You know, the typical rejection. They basically said, like, we're not looking at your application anymore because you didn't pass around, whatever. And I was like, oh, that's so funny, because I just got the offer 2 days ago, and this person was like really desperate to call me back and be like, when are you gonna sign? When are you gonna sign? Only for me to like get this letter or this email saying I didn't even get the offer. Like I didn't even get I didn't get pushed to the next round like at all. And I thought, but they didn't say anything about my offer being rescinded or how it took me forever to like reply back or anything. They didn't say any of that. It was just a normal rejection, as if I didn't make it to the next round. So I'm just like, okay. I didn't contact the person again because in my head I was like, they definitely lied to me about something, because there's just no way I like, somehow didn't get this offer and now have to like, I just lost it, right? So I was just like, whatever. Long story short, I'm 100% sure that job person who contacted me was a scammer and actually didn't really like offer me the real job. He was just offering me to like say yes so that I could like steal whatever information I could from like the job I was supposed to do for them. So when I say there are scammers online who will find you, there are scammers online who will find you. And it's crazy too, because it's literally like, it was for a part-time job. And I was just like, this is not a reputable. I didn't even go on a website that had job applications. I just went on like this job website that like had careers on there. So I was like, oh, I'm just click on the career. I found one and I tried to apply and it just didn't work. So that happened, and that was super fucking weird. And I just never replied back because I was like, whatever. I was gonna say no anyway, but it was just like, why did they even lie to me, I guess? I don't know. But anyway, long story short, the Department of part-time jobs, still working through that for sure, because that is actually super hard to find, and it's super hard to not get scammed, because they're easy to scam because they don't have to like verify themselves, I guess. and they have my phone number because it's on my resume. So that's fun. But they did send me a DocuSign that had an offer. So it was like very, very like, it wasn't even suspicious that it was fake, other than the recruiter just like being desperate to get me to sign. And I was like, well, at that point, if you're desperate, it must not be a good job, or it's not real, or whatever, right? I don't know. It was just so weird. But anywho, I wouldn't say any of these goals are a fail, but so far that's a fail because it's just hard to apply. But yeah, so far I have done all 3 of these sections. I had to redo one of them because it was really loose and I had to tighten it. But yeah, so far so good. I think I'm doing well. I think I'm doing okay. I'm not like messing up big time. My arms do hurt, so yeah. But we do these once in a blue moon, so can't be too upset about it, right? Okay, but next on my list, as I try and get as much sunlight as I can out today, was the budget videos. And we all know how that's going. It is no longer considered budgeting. It is more now considered like making sure I know how much I spend, and then finding a way to like limit that spending as the like months go on. Obviously, we are at the point right now where I'm just looking at how much I spend weekly. And I do make videos on that weekly because it's the easiest to track. So I can just keep in contact with myself and everything else. So that's why I make weekly videos. It's not just because I'm like, everyone should know how much I spend and what I'm doing, how much I don't care. But like, no. So keeping track, because I do be finding out in real time every time. Like, I know that I spend money, but to see the number increase every week, it's like eye-opening, because I usually just don't care, or I just don't think too much about it, only because all of my bills auto pay. I know how much is in my account right now, but I do always question, why does it not like grow, I guess you could say, like paycheck to paycheck. I'm not living that life, but the money I have isn't necessarily getting quote unquote bigger, right? So I need to like, this is a good way for me to find out why, and it's a really good way. I look naked from this section. It's kind of weird. I don't know why. Anyway, so that's still happening, and that will continue for the rest of this month as well. So we already know how that going. It's going. I think it will make, well, I'll talk about the next steps later, but that's still going. So that's obviously good. And then the next one was certifications. I did put in my request into my company to like, get you need like a code to do certifications that are not within the company, so that the company can pay for it and I can be in the class, because it is a class. It's an online class. I am doing the Certified Scrum Master. I will let you know if that even happens. If they say yes, and all that jazz. Hopefully, I mean, I want to know why they wouldn't say yes, but you know, you never know. Sometimes, you never know. So hopefully they say yes. And I did put a request to do it by, like, to do the class, not the test, but to do the class by August 28th to 29th. So you won't really hear about that again till like September, because I don't expect to take very long to apply and then do the class and then do the test like right after the class. So that should be happening soon, and I'll let you know how that's going. But that is the only certification I want to do right now. Because if they say no to, this one that I actually need, I don't think they're going to say no to something I am going to do for fun, but will be really good for a resume. So there's that. And then I don't know what my last one was about. Making videos twice a week. I just remember that was my last goal. It's kind of a stupid goal. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know. I mean, it's not stupid per se, but I did want to make goals that needed to be like new, because twice a week I'm already doing that. But I guess it is a goal that I guess a lot of people have if you are content creation or whatever. So I am doing that, as you can tell. I don't plan to stop unless I get super duper busy, and then I'll let you guys know that, because I would have been like, oh well, I can't make as many videos anymore, But twice a week is now my norm, mainly because I like recording, right? Doing my hair on camera. Not gonna say it's my lifelong dream, but it doesn't hurt that I did feel a little happier knowing that I was gonna like show this off and do it for you guys or for myself and then show it off anyway. Because so far, I'm not gonna lie, you really can't see it because my parting is horrendous, but it looks pretty good. I don't know how long this would take me, and I've already been doing it since like 4 something p.m. on a Saturday. So we will see how this goes. Let's see, this is 2 more parts. Okay, so this needs to be split like right here. Yeah, perfect. That feels good. So yeah, overall, all of my goals have been in the continuous stage, meaning that I have been working on it. I'm still working hard at it. I don't think I'm gonna like stop applying to jobs because I have friends who are applying as well. So we are kind of like keeping in track with each other and stuff. I don't see myself stop making budgeting videos. If anything, I'll make more because I do very much think I need it. I can't keep going to like a Dollar Tree and then spending like $100 per week just in general. That just doesn't, it kind of defeats the purpose of buying things at a cheap price and then still paying like bougie numbers. Like that makes no sense. I do plan on getting more certifications that I need, right? I'm not going to go crazy. I don't want to get a master's program or a master's degree. So if I can have my company pay for like small certifications here and there that are quick and easy to like do a class in, that won't take me like 3 months unless I have 3 months to spare, then yeah, sure, I'll definitely do it and I'll let you know how it goes. I haven't started this certification yet, so I can't tell you anything about it. All I know is that it does look reputable. I've seen other job applications ask for something similar as like a preference to have for the job, and I've just been like, well, if they like it, then I should, try to get it as, not as best as I can. Like if it doesn't happen, go rampage at my company, but I do want to try. So next steps, obviously apply for more jobs. I already changed my resume, so we've already done that. I'm gonna still look into resume building workshops to make sure that it looks okay, but it's been kind of hard to find them. I'm not gonna lie, because I've been to a resume convention and it was in like Deloitte, the company, which is pretty cool, but most of the people who are participating were like college students, and for me to be already a professional, people were looking to me as a voice, and I was just like, I'm here to learn as well. Like, my resume did help me get into my first job, yes, but I do want to get whatever new tips and tricks are out there. It just didn't help that like no one was really in my bracket, but it was still fun. I still made connections. I think I still helped as best as I could, which is still as good. It's still nice to do that because a lot of people on my LinkedIn, they're all just asking for like suggestions and advice, and I'm like, oh, here you are. But then when I need it, I'm just like, who do I go to? So, sometimes it's like I definitely need to go look for more conventions, and I'll let you know if I find any that's in person, because a lot of them do it online, and I just don't care if it's online because I can just go to YouTube, but it just doesn't make sense. So that is where we are with that. Budgeting, I don't need help budgeting. It's a mental thing. I need to stop. I need to say no when people go out to eat, because I spent money like yesterday as well, and oh my God, that bill. And I went out to eat with a friend I haven't seen like a year, and oh my God, that bill. And I'm like, girl, you gotta like say no, or you have to like have self-control, because we love good food, but goodness, that bill. But we'll talk about that in my budget video. Yeah, after I just said I'm gonna save money. I know. Thank God it's only Saturday. It's only Saturday, so we can only pray and hope that I don't even pick up my card. Yeah. And then YouTube videos, obviously, like, here you go. Here's my hour-long video. I do not expect this video to be like super duper long, but I'm already yapping my ass off, and my hair looks like a complete mess. So if you see memes everywhere in this video, it is literally because I need to make this video more interesting. Otherwise, I'm yapping to an audience who's like, why is she yapping? So that is what I have going on. And then the certification, I'll let you know. I feel like I said that like at least 3 times, but I'm just talking. So I'm gonna like finish my hair off camera as we do around here, because I don't think I'll be able to like do my hair in a good state without it being like, I need to like really focus, and me yapping is focusing in a way, but I want to watch my show. I go yapping again. So I'll see you when I'm done. All right, toodles, bye, get off my line.
4 hours later.
And I am back. Oh my God. Okay, so first look, it looks a lot different than the picture. And I'll tell you why. As I put oil on my scalp, literally I can't do a wash and go. I'm not even gonna hold you. I cannot do a wash and go. Yes, I do have to like literally do this to the product just to get it out. It's kind of annoying because it is a good product, and that's just like the one downfall, but it's fine in the long run if I do get it done. But I have to make twists in the back because I could not, for the life of me, get it to curl and actually stay there. I think because my hair is really wet. It's not even wet, it was damp. I think the gel is really not good hold for me, but I couldn't make excuses. And honestly, I don't really care about wash and goes, so I never really perfected them. So they just look kind of janky a little bit, just in general, which is fine by me because I don't really want to like make that my personality and figuring out how to perfect them. So they're twists. They're twists in the back. I kind of like that Lisa Simpson look from the side, like the one where she's like grown up and a president or whatever. I'll show like a picture. She looks so cute in that photograph, and I think I look like her. So that's pretty cool. But later this week, you'll probably see it. I'll take down the twist. I just want to do a nice little twist out, and then these ends will also be taken down. That's why it looks like this. I swear, I didn't just take liberty. You know, if I did, who's gonna stop me? But I think the style came out pretty good. And I'm not just saying that because I took 3 hours to do this style. It actually took me forever. Like, it is 7:30 right now, and I started around 4 something. So it has been a little bit like 3 hours. And didn't know this is a natural hair contact. My skin is glowing, and I know it's my ring light, but I look beautiful. And the hairstyle, make the jokes. I do not care. I look great. But I did like how I was able to like put the hair down. I will say it was a little hard to do because I kept messing up how to actually like lay it down because I don't have rubber bands. So I have to figure out if I want to just pull it or if I want to like braid it up and then pull. Like, I had to do like 3 different styles just for like the front and then the second line. But it looks really good. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, this will actually stay back, and this will be like a style that I would probably do again because I think I could probably make this style look better in the future. But right now, it is a twist in the back and then like laid back pieces. I mean, cornrows would be faster, but I don't care. So right now, I'm just putting on my oil on my scalp, and I'm just doing it like so. I'm literally just like tapping it in between the braids and then in between the twists, because like I had to do with my hands, it is actually kind of hard to get it out the container because there is something that like prevents you from taking out so much because it's not a typical dropper. But I still think it's pretty nice, pretty good. And this seals in the gel, the leave-in, and just whatever water I put in my hair because I made sure it was getting dry. It was getting dry 3 hours later. And then my edges, I always leave out because they're edges. I don't really want to lay them. But I don't know, I look amazing. I don't know, I might look crazy the next day. We'll see how it lays in my bonnet. But next we're gonna use our castor oil petroleum jelly, just a little bit, right? We're gonna smush it on our hands like so, and then just put it on the very ends of our hair, just so that it can like protect the ends and not ruin it. I'm missing a few on this side, like so. And then do the exact same for the other side, and actually elongates it a little bit. So a little bit of that. smush, smush, and it disappears. And then on this side as well. This isn't even like my monthly cleansing hair, so I just did like a normal routine but with a new hairstyle. And I can already feel that this right here is so loose right now. I'm gonna fix it on camera just because it's it's bugging me a bit. I don't know. And this will last me until like next week where I'll take it down. I'll take down the twist probably Sunday or even Monday, depending on how I feel, or if I'm just like dead in the water tired, and I might not even care anymore. But I think right now it looks fine. But yeah, wash and goes, couldn't do it. I don't know if it's because my hair just doesn't like being forced into having curls or the gel sucked. But EcoStyle is such a staple in many people's homes, and I can never perfect it. But I still like the product just because they don't like flake in my hair, which a lot of cans too didn't flake, but they also just suck all around. Like they are just a lotion. Even their gel sucked, even though it felt really good, it sucked. But yeah, get into the style. And that is all I have for you guys today in just natural hair and just the video. But yes, overall, the goals are going, right? We are getting towards a location and a place we want to be in terms of my professional career. It is not a starting place of last month. It was a starting place of when I graduate, right? So obviously I have several goals I want to have by the end of this year, just in terms of professionally. Obviously a promotion would be very good for me. So far I've been promoted one time, but I've been here at 2 years. So I'm not like expecting one like automatically, especially if I don't have like the complete show of work to like really push it for like higher ups to say, you need to get promoted. But there's a hiring freeze everywhere. There is a promotional freeze everywhere. So that is a little harder to go for, but with certificates, with even me like leveraging offerings from other jobs if I can get one, with just, you know, whatever I do in my company that makes me more valuable to them, they'll definitely see that and be like, we want you to stay, or we want you to like help other people, and in doing so, you need to be promoted because that's where the money is. Then we will get there. And I'll try to like get to parts where I'm just like how to like do more in a company, because I will tell you firsthand, I do not like reaching out to people. I do not like asking to like be of service. I don't like doing, I like to keep my head down, but I know, ironic, I'm a consultant, I get it, but like I just don't like the work it takes to like get to a part that I feel like isn't my job. Because reaching out when you're in a consulting firm is just a whole mess. Because you're reaching out to people you don't know, won't talk back to you sometimes, make you feel like you're almost desperate. And you already have a job and you just feel like you gotta do a secondary job just to like be like, hey, I'm reaching out for like mentoring, help, job shadowing, just know more about what you do in the company. And it just feels like I'm in college again, and I shouldn't have that feeling. But I will talk about this in a different video just because I have to do it again. I have to do it again for different reasons now. And I feel like it's beneficial overall because that's how you get more experience and more knowledge. But it always just came off to me as like, if you're doing it, it's because you're losing, like you don't have something that, like if you have to reach out, it's because you're missing the knowledge to begin with. And I feel like I shouldn't be missing the knowledge 2 years into a job, which doesn't do anything for imposter syndrome. But it does a lot for me to be like, what am I taking away from this job to have to go back forward into my company and be like reaching out to partners and like managers and be like, hey, can we sit down and talk more about like how to like succeed in a role that you're specifically in? And I just don't know how to not feel like, this is kind of annoying. Like I'm doing this 2 years later. But I'll make a video about that because I feel like I'm getting better at changing my mindset about that and not making it seem like it was more for the newcomers of the company, or even just for people who don't know as much and just want to grow, but then 2 years later have to do it again. So I think I'll make a video on that because I definitely feel better about reaching out to people, like a lot better. I'm not on LinkedIn reaching out to people because I don't want to get to that point personally, because that's where it lies really. But I'll make a video because I feel like this one's a little long. But get into the hair. I think in my next video, I don't know what it'll be on, so this isn't a teaser for anything. These twists will be down. It just needs to dry. Part of my hair will be down. It is also twisted up so that it can dry fully. But the style, I'm not gonna lie, the straight back look might be for me. I'm not gonna lie. I think I like it. I gotta find a way to like protect my ends more because they do just be out and about and strangly looking and they're not even damaged. But we will figure it out together in my next monthly check-in. So right now I'm ending this video because it's getting too long, but I will see you guys next time being sometime this week. And hopefully by then I'll have more content ideas because if you can believe it, the school year is starting for everyone. A new month is about to start. The year's almost over. And I feel like I don't have like overall goals, but I'm gonna take things one step at a time or I will go into a spiral. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye, and thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, bye.